Oh, what? No, what? There's nothing. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
What is a Hydra anyway? Maybe I'm.
It's it's false.
Yeah. You never know.
That's worse. I know all about that.
Is this like the cake of July moment,
No,
or
it's so
No.
much worse. You don't want to know.
Yeah,
I feel
false
like we're gonna
Hydra
find
is
out anyways.
false
If
Hydra is
somebody
so much
makes you
worse than a
know
Hydra.
later, you're gonna hate it and love it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll run D and
Thanks,
D after
Seamus.
this, and we'll play that.
No, no, no.
All right, I got something in a pipe. See what happens.
Hi everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for coming and spending a little time with me and my lovely group of vampiric friends. Um,
We gonna die.
we
We gonna die.
not necessarily. I mean,
Hey,
you're already dead. Didn't count.
I'm gonna interrupt for a second.
Yes, please.
The balance on stream, the Discord overall is much quiet. I don't know how I fare on there.
Oh.
But the rest of us compared to you are very quiet.
How about
Um,
that? Better?
I don't know. Y'all keep talking.
How about that? Better? Tiki talkie.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Words and things and words and things.
Labby.
Because I can turn
Still-
you guys up a little bit more.
Yeah, we're quieter than you, but that's fine. I mean, and if
Uh,
you
Oh,
want
it
us to be the
seems
same
so-
volume, turn us up
it's-
like
Seamus, you gotta talk
25%.
too.
It seems all right to me.
I recently one of
That
our
sounds
viewers,
better.
who I
Hmm.
happen to know personally, was like, "Hey, I actually had a hard time hearing one of our people," and so that's why I
Oh.
wanted to pause this to do this.
no,
'Cause
absolutely.
I was
Which one of our people?
Daisy, obviously.
Oh, okay. Well, no. I mean, who was
Oh,
quiet?
she was one of the guys.
Oh,
And so I don't know if Braggy was not home that day and it was like that part.
That sounds better, I
or-
think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I cranked you guys
Harambe,
up
talk.
a bit.
Harambe,
Braggy,
We're
talk.
good.
Braggy, talk.
Harambe.
Harambe,
Oh,
talk.
sorry. Yeah. What?
Good.
I'm
Talk
sorry.
more.
I'm very tired actually.
How's that?
Whew.
Because I can turn
Okay.
him
I don't
up
know.
specifically too.
That seems better. I've just watched you turn him up. I think that's good.
I think
Yeah,
I
You
think
might
I
turn me
had turned
down.
him down actually because he had some odd speakers and was blowing them out at one time. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
It was when he was not at home. That's right.
yeah, I think that might, and maybe I just never.
What are you doing, Cat?
What the fuck are you
That
doing?
sounds better now.
That's great. Um,
It's the mic check.
Thanks, guys.
it is my check. That works. So yes, now that audio levels are appropriate and everybody can be heard, because we always want that. Let us first recap where we're at. Previously, you were with the prince who had been going to get executed via the Justicar of Clan Ventru, who had come to claim the prince as one of the names on the red list. It was shared with everyone there. Um, uh, you had all kind of known that Maggie had been planning for this eventuality, but it was revealed as to the object in question that validated her claims, as well as a couple of you had managed to unknowingly tie the Toreador inner circle member up in this matter as well, to which she has
Oops.
promised a promotion.
Oh no.
In the kerfuffle, the night's activities that befell you all, um, the prince's haven, Elysium, was invaded by presumably hunters that had been bothering you this whole campaign. Through Roland's masterful use of what did we say, closing time on the DJ booth,
Yes. Yes.
he froze them all in place, allowing you all to make your way back up to the prince's private chambers, utilizing the teleportation blood ritual that had been used previously before to get yourselves further away into the familiar to some of you warehouse where the prince stockpiles useful armaments and things. Upon your arrival, the prince presented um, Annabelle, who happened to be with you, with a special button that demolished Club Nova along with the Master Suites, presumably crushing in uh, down upon all of the hunters that were still frozen, listening to closing time.
And 2 very nice cars.
And 2 very nice cars, and
And the
another of
sunroom,
Will's
that's why Mercy's
SUVs,
still alive. But
and
it's fine.
yeah, many things in the general block radius of Club Nova have been destroyed. Though it does make your hunter problem go away a little bit. However, in doing so, in this large-scale blast, it seems to have activated or triggered um, another issue that you've been dealing with. As reports begin pouring into the prince, to the seneschal, through Annabelle, and Tony, you would probably at some point, you and Six would start getting calls as well from your people back at the mansion. There are reports of numerous flesh creatures coming out of the sewer, beginning to make an attack upon the city of Chicago.
Just going around in random places.
They're popping up everywhere, all over, like the heads of a Hydra. They are at least the
Right.
ones that you are aware of. There
How's it?
was. Go on.
How are we just dealing with the masquerade violations alone, let alone killing this shit?
That's what we're gonna get into tonight. There
Because
are
that's big.
a number of things going on visibly in the city of Chicago. There is panic in the mortal streets of Chicago as well as the immortal streets of Chicago. Um, the Baron has called and says that in Anarch territory there are several of these creatures, both similar to the one that you had faced in the streets of Chicago the night that the prince was handed over in the disguise of Fee, and similar a couple to the ones that you had encountered below in the labyrinth as well, the smaller ones. Um, it is additionally braggy. You kind of felt this wave of emotion and hatred and anger kind of pour into you from an unknown source.
I don't like that.
Presumably from this entity that has been trying to find where your sire is, who is seeking vengeance for her uh, group, the Six, uh, and the Seven Fires, and Jack, and all of the various Sabbat clans and incursions that you've dealt with seem to be seemingly tied to this entity in some way. The scene right now, as I take a drink, room temperature, fuck ice, is one that is you were in the warehouse, all of you. As far as the coterie stands, you all made your way up to kind of see from the upper part the skyline of Chicago lose a building, essentially. Annabelle is there, Portia is there, Lucinde is there, and as well as Lucinde,
Oh.
Diana is there, and Fee is there. Kind of the main group, essentially. Down below, kind of recuperating, is the group of archons that came with Lucend, minus a couple that were lost in the with the hunters, um, and they have all been kind of dispensing the various blood, which is why you've all reduced your damage back down. No one had aggravated damage, correct? I believe it was all superficial.
It's also
Correct.
Right. So yeah, that all can be healed with blood and time, of which you have used a little. Now, as these calls begin pouring in from various places, um, notably Six and Tony, you have word that there is at least one of these things nearby the mansion
Oh,
that
good.
is running amok. Um,
What I'm doing.
the rest of you, uh, nothing. Let's see, nothing that you guys don't really have like meeting places aside from Nova, which is Rebel, and the Giovanni Mansion. Um, your individual havens aren't really like staffed per se. Um, However, the most notable place would be the Giovanni Mansion. Um, the prince standing there, kind of taking in all of this information and working with Lucinda. They're muttering off to the side. When you notify the prince that you have an issue near the Giovanni Mansion, as I assume you would.
Oh, instantly. No, we have a problem.
Yeah,
Vase near my house.
right. The prince kind of looks to Lucinda, Diana, and and everyone else there. I have some favors that I can call in. I have some. We had prepared for something like this to be happening. Um, Baron Wainwright, her people have been stockpiling munitions that I've been providing for, well, primarily for wolves. However, this should suffice as ample opportunity to use them. There are a couple more areas of the city that I will need to follow up on myself. Lucinda, please take your archons and assist where you can. Lucinda just gives a nod and begins moving out. Very no nonsense, very. She's leaving unless you are wanting to catch her for any other reason.
Mercy will speak up loudly.
Okay.
Lucin,
She turns back.
Arthur is in the city.
Yeah, I kind of figured with.
Well, he was.
He's most likely watching from somewhere. I had suspicions that he was working with the former Ventru Inner Circle member. For some time, he's ambitious, as most Ventru are. And he was not content sitting idly by. Um,
We're also fairly sure this is the Methuselah problem we've been facing lately. In case anybody wasn't clear on that either.
I guessed. And Maggie will look at you like, duh.
That's fair.
Which, thank you for bringing that to our attention as early as you did. It allowed us to plan things, should it happen. Fortunately, we have the people now in Lucin's archons. Annabelle, Portia, I'm assuming that you have matters to attend to as well. I would encourage you to involve your people if you can. And Diana will, without really consulting with Portia, Anna will go, yeah, no, I'm going to call in my archons that are in the city. We'll protect our places and assist if we can, Prince. And going to bow and kind of make her way, similar to Luce, and out.
How do we control the masquerade at this juncture?
At this juncture, I think it's more importantly that we survive the evening. As far as controlling the masquerade, well, let's make sure that we have a kindred society that's worth preserving before we deal with it. There's
When
definitely like there's concern on all of the elder kindred's faces, as well as Maggie in this regard.
when we last had an issue this large,
Roland,
there
you have your laptop, right?
Yes.
I know it will slightly hinder us, but do you think from here you'd be able to hack in and like deactivate all of the like street cams and stuff so that's less footage to deal with later?
I mean, in theory, yes, but I don't know how much good that will actually do versus time. Because this is because of the large scale, humans are going to see.
Fair. I was just thinking limit the footage that we'll have to get rid of later or spin later. But if you don't think it's worth it,
I leave that up to others. I can do it. If you think it'll help, I'll try and work on that. But that puts me out of a fight. Not that I'm great in one of those either.
Aurelius had
Roland,
a system.
go ahead, Mercy.
Aurelius had a system, some sort of code he was using that you gained access to that he was broadcasting across the entire city with. If that still
Oh,
exists, could you use that the same way that you use the speakers in Nova to do crowd control across the city?
yes. That's gonna be
Not
all
only
right.
could you interfere
Let me
with the
let me see what
actions
I
that
can
would be
do.
humans. Additionally, 6, you said your Inquisition weapon, the shotgun, was very effective against these creatures before. Is that correct?
Oh, yes.
So, Tony, have you heard
Tony
from
has been on
Father
the phone this
McCleary
whole time.
lately? Does he know of anywhere we might get more of those?
Tony's been on the phone the whole time.
Okay.
I would say that instead of engaging with this conversation basically at all, as soon as he learned that there were like Zamisi monsters running around on the streets, he would have immediately like got on the phone and started like rallying the contacts. Specifically, McCleary being one of them, for sure. And also his usual three, Jouet, King Willie, Carmine. Getting them like the mansion is soon to be under attack. We need forces there as soon as possible.
Right.
As many that are Gould and higher in power level as we can muster.
So Roland will tell all of you and to tell everybody you can to ear protection so they cannot hear. Because if I'm going to do this,
The whole city.
It's easier rather than fight it. It's just not hear it.
To be clear, the monsters, if you're trying to affect them, the monsters
No,
generally won't be
I'm
affected.
trying to affect all of the humans.
Good.
All of them.
Nice.
So Mercy would pose that six if she was like Tony and he's deeply on the phone and does not turn. She would pose that question to Six to see if she knows of the same thing. So after having looked at Tony, she says, "Do you know of any stashes of those kinds of weapons from the recent turning of McCleary? Recent embrace, I guess."
The shotgun that I have was taken off of a specific hunter. And this is a weapon that he modded.
So you don't think it was something that they
No.
could create? Okay. Maybe the particular person, not the team. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot.
Well, as he is on the phone and hearing this conversation, you would probably, as one of the people he needs to contact is McCleary, he would like listen to the conversation from the side a little bit and be like, okay, I should probably call him. And if there's any holy weapon caches anywhere, if you have anything with you besides that sword of yours, now's the time. Full rallying the troops, every bit that he can scrounge together. Helm's Deep bullshit. Let's go.
Right. He, as he's like on the phone with you, as McClear's on the phone with you, he goes, "I can't think of anything that the other hunters wouldn't have hit when they hit us. As far as holy weapons, um, he does say that he'll be there, of course, defending."
Thank you. I'm going to be there shortly. And he'll basically be fielding calls at a point where like, Prince Masters, can we get a car?
Absolutely. Take what you need.
Is well in keeping with the funny GIF that was just posted. Is there in fact something robust?
There's
Got any APCs?
I was just gonna say, there's an APC that's sitting there.
That's the first thing. Like he would beeline anything military grade. And the like nearest stash of weapons that are like high caliber shotguns or rifles or something. Just throw a bunch in the back and then start getting in the car as if he is going to start driving himself if people do not join soon.
For the purposes of that, there's that. And then that's what you have as far as transit.
That's gonna do.
So
That's gonna last all of 3 minutes before he rams it into this fucker.
that's fair.
How is the supply of blood from after everybody has been healed up?
The supply of blood after healing.
Mhm.
The supply of blood after healing consists of around one blood bag.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh
No.
no.
Apologies.
Oh no.
Apologies. The dice are starting out nice and chilly.
great. Cool. Well, Mercy will put it in her backpack.
Well, Six is
Since I'm
gonna
not-
join Tony.
Yeah. Since I'm not fighting, I don't need it. I can be hungry.
Need you in the
Boss,
watchtower.
where do you want me to go?
Go.
You want me to hit mansion?
Tony,
Go with them. Arm yourself. Stay safe.
while this is, while all the discussions are being had, there is something that's going to appear in your next to your character sheet.
Oh, good.
You have access to this now, and I would like for you to
Oh shit.
add um,
Oh
your
shit. No.
stuff as far as that bottom left column there.
Oh, cool.
That's yours to play with. Um,
All right. Hold please.
I have a little
How
D6
much?
question.
whatever standard newbie would be. So
Standard newbie, so 2 and 1.
uh, let's do 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2,
All
1.
right. Okay. Let's.
Yeah.
New toy.
Oh god, I have a logistics question.
I have a logistics answer.
I'm sure. If only I could remember what it was, it would answer me. Can you read my brain?
Let me try.
You.
I'm thinking really hard.
Tacos?
What would work with
Oh,
McFlurry?
god, that's what's wrong. I'm hungry. Damn it. God.
You're
Oh.
welcome.
Brass knuckles. Brawl weapon? Add to my brawl? Nothing useful.
I
Question
think
mark.
you have feral weapons, do you not?
I don't have feral weapons.
I'm
I
correct.
made the joke last time when you both popped those out. I was like, "Whoa, you got to teach me. You bleed on me for that, man." But she doesn't yet have that.
I mean, look, you have lethal body though.
Yes.
For the purposes of brass knuckles would do about the same as lethal body would with regards
Oh,
to like a
okay.
supernatural creature. Realistically, your fists of Cain are also going to be
Yeah, these are just
yeah.
beefy monsters. You know, I was just.
They are
saying going
beefy. No, they're
extra.
they're beefy for sure.
No, okay, that's a lie. Let's be real about myself and the number of questions I ask you. Next question.
Uh-huh.
Last for now. This is a new scene, so we will reroute all of our new powers, or is
Okay.
this the continuation of the same fight?
That is a fair point. Here's
Also done.
Nah,
Nice.
well, now I want to look.
I can drag and drop. I bought the thing.
Nice. Beautiful. Oh, yes. Oh, good choices. Good choices.
It feels like what would fit his personality the most
Yeah, I agree.
with what Tony has.
That's pretty. I like that. And yeah, that special, that's there. That's all good. Okay, I think those are good. How do you all recall what you had roused? I
Oh
think
yes, I do.
that's the question.
I have a little text file for that. If you're asking, would you want it listed off?
Yeah, do you want lists from each of us?
Got do have toughness and feral weapons right now. That's what. Those are the two.
I would actually, I think I will have you re-roll for scene related powers, but they will be
Okay.
active for this game.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it was nice to be at 0 hunger for a while, guys.
That's right. That's right. I'm also at 0. We've got a bonus.
So
Mine is for fleetness.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll a whole bunch of times, and I will write in chat what I am going to be activating. That'd probably be faster for everybody.
Works for me.
This is gonna be 1,
Do you need me to do any checks for
2,
the stuff I'm doing?
3.
So describe to me what you're doing. You are attempting to do an
So
Aurelius
I'm
style
using
takeover.
no, I'm using the backbone of what I already have from Aurelius because I stole all his shit.
Correct.
So I'm using the backbone of what he already had in place to
Okay.
do my own.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take over all the radio stuff and then just broadcast and use Majesty with my technology stuff.
Here is the catch to Aurelius's stuff. He was
Mhm.
utilizing an entire TV station's antenna to broadcast, which I'm
Okay.
assuming you don't carry with you. However, there are
No.
several downtown,
Uh-huh.
and getting to one could be your goal
Yeah.
to do so.
The security is really lax if it helps.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that.
Are we splitting the
Especially in
party?
a crisis,
I like splitting the
like
party.
what's going on now.
Especially at night. They usually put the under trained people overnight.
Yeah. Sounds good.
In that case, do you want me to go with you?
Sure for the initial, and then I'll send her. Sound good?
I have a stupid question that could potentially be awesome.
Love them.
Oh.
In Maggie's armory, is there anything? I mean, I realize this isn't going to be his stats or anything, but it's just very Ygritte at this point. Is there anything that is vaguely like armor like, as in like knightly? Maggie seems like the type that have that.
You're talking like ye olde armor?
Or like something close-ish.
You
That
gotta
would suit
understand.
Ygritte.
You
Modern
gotta
body
understand.
armor.
I am currently wearing chainmail with big fuck off goth boots and a red bloodstained blazer.
Probably don't need anything more, but you know, we can see what we can do.
You probably don't. However, there are in a section of Maggie's warehouse where not only is this her armory, but it is a storage depot of sorts for things that she owns. There are some very King Arthur looking suits of armor that are set up with shields and claymores of their own. They
I
look
haven't even.
not like replicas. These are probably legitimate, real sets of armor that were worn by knights that she's just bought to collect because she's from England.
I have things to say. So Tony is going to, while getting this shit ready, basically just get out of all the fucking suit bullshit. He's probably going to pick up, basically like modern day flak armor, just because it suits him better for like a last stand. The dog tags are out. You said there was a shield though. I have a question. Would you, as a storyteller, allow me to cheeseball using a shield with brawl, or would that be melee?
Shield bash?
It's your call.
I mean, I like fun, so yeah, I'd probably let you do it.
Okay, so he's going to be taking a shield that looks particularly useful. And on the trip there, he is going to be using his feral weapons to carve the Hikata logo into the front of it.
Fair. I like it.
And that's it. He's done. He's going to get in the car and wait and get out everyone's way because they have shit to do too.
Okay. So, if I'm to understand the plan, Roland, you, and Egret are going to break off for a TV station initially.
Mhm.
It's my understanding that everyone else is going to Giovanni Mansion. Am I correct in that assumption?
Unless Roland and Egret ask for additional help. Yes, that's the plan.
Is that where Braggy going?
Yeah, probably to the Giovanni Mansion.
Roland is not asking for help because he realizes he's not asking for additional help.
Okay. So Mercy, Braggy, Tony, and 6.
Is there assault rifles with grenade launcher attachments and/or shotgun under attachments or something? Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely yes.
oh, cool.
No, it's all here.
Chuck.
This is
Mhm.
the
Oh, damn it.
this is the room from the Matrix when Neo gets loaded in. That's essentially what this place has always been.
Can I take an assault rifle with grenade launcher attachment?
Uh-huh.
How's your firearm skill these days?
Uh-huh.
Actually, it's better than it was.
It is better than
I
it
got
was.
that. Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Guys, I've finally seen Matrix. I get these references.
Finally, it's only been like 26 years.
I saw it like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
I haven't seen the entirety of it
didn't.
actually.
We have all of
You
them now. We
young
found them.
people are sad.
Yes.
I,
But I've seen Moana.
The-
She's a princess.
Hmm.
All right. Okay.
No, I think she's just.
Oh man, I'm gonna die tonight.
I think she's just been staring at the water.
Those are gonna be your last words. I've seen Moana.
I've seen Kung Fury, so I understand any references with that.
I've
I
seen
don't know
Balls
that.
of Fury.
I don't know.
Also,
that
I've seen
reference,
that
but
movie
just-
actually. That movie was pretty good.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
That was the point.
And
It
I
was
would-
good in a
and-
terrible
No,
way.
it was just terrible, and I know. I'm a connoisseur of terrible.
That
Okay.
explains a lot.
Yeah.
like our friends.
Roland and Egret, as you are leaving,
Uh-huh.
Diana is kind of grabbing some guns and walking out as well. On the phone, but she stops. She hangs the phone up and she looks at you both. And she says, "Listen, um, I don't know if you're going to survive tonight. If you do, that'll only bolster my idea more. Your clan elder, let's say, has put you up for a promotion. If you guys survive and you want to become an Archon, you can stay in the city. You'll work for me. You'll be privy to things that a lot of people aren't. I know that you, Roland, are already a deputy of this city. Not that much further out of the realm of things, except you'll be dealing with more Toreador political issues. So, not to put a lot on you, but you survive, we'll talk.
Yeah. Well, I'm off to stop all the humans in the city.
Don't fail.
Let's hope.
Don't die.
That's
Don't
not the
fuck up.
plan.
All the stuff.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Good luck. We're going to be turning
You
Sipho's
too.
Club into a fortress. So have fun with that.
Yeah.
Show up if you need it. And then she'll head out. Notably, Annabelle and Portia are discussing something off to the corner. Not trying to get your attention, not trying to do anything, but they
Uh-huh.
are there if you need to say anything or want to talk to them before you head out. There are.
What are they talking about? Heightened senses.
What are they talking about? Heightened senses. Roll me a wits and awareness. You trying to hear what they're discussing. Messy
Shit.
critical.
Wow, interesting.
Your ears hurt a little bit at hearing this, but they
Why
are
is it a messy
discussing
critical?
because both of your crits were blood dice.
Oh. Sorry, I had to reduce my hunger. I didn't reduce my hunger.
Oh,
My apologies.
no, that's all good.
Yeah.
Well, okay, just normal crit in that regard. The topics that you hear are discussing securing a certain chalice that was recently given to them,
Mm.
as well as the future of the clan in the city and how working with Magdalena has paid off.
Okay. All right. That's it. Then.
There are notably trucks here, SUVs, that you can take. This is where a couple of the kind of security vehicles that Maggie keeps is. So there is a vehicle for you as well as the APC
Awesome.
that your comrades are taking. The
Nice. All right. So we'll get into one of the SUVs.
okay.
Look up.
One last thing before we leave the does everybody have comms?
This is a fancy warehouse. Do you by chance, does Maggie by chance have those like in-ear comms that block other noise, but give you what you're hearing, right? That
Yeah,
would be the ideal
sure.
situation.
Yeah,
Great.
she's got
Cool.
military tack gear.
Yeah, everybody. One of those, because
Yeah, noise canceling, important.
noise canceling is important in this. If I succeed, so we'll get in our SUV. Look over. You guys go. Good luck. Please don't die again.
See you on the other
Ooh,
side.
we can.
No
Uh,
promises.
Yeah, I'll I'll try to make
See
sure
you
all
at
the
sunset,
humans don't pay
motherfuckers.
attention.
If I die, it'll be after I Hulk out.
From the mezzanine type catwalk area that you witnessed the explosion from, Maggie and Fee are still up there. Fee is working on things. There's some command-esque things up there, some computers that have been set up. Maggie looks down at you, Mercy, and Braggy. You two. It is very important to me that you don't die. However, should you, I want you to know that you will be missed. Additionally, please inform Fee of your movements. Should you need backup, she might be able to direct some of our people there.
Are we in response to that? If she's done speaking, I'm sorry.
What? No.
If she's done speaking, I have something just that happened in response, but I realized I was
Yeah.
interrupting.
No, you're good.
When she finishes speaking, she'll look at Tony and say, "Are we building up House Giovanni as a fallback for other kindred, or
Always
are we
has been.
clearing and moving?"
We're gonna hold, and if we can move out from there, great. Depends on what the rest of the city can hold on to, and if they need help.
And then she will turn back and say, "If you can't find us there, we'll call you otherwise. But as the prince commands, I'll be back." And she curtsies in her ever sarcastic, beloved way.
Yes.
Question for storyteller: do I still feel that gnawing rage in the back of my brain?
It has dissipated. It has been more, it was more like a wave that kind of washed over you as these reports started coming in, kind of coinciding with the potentially the person or creature releasing this, sending the signal out to these creatures. You might have got a twinge of it because of your relation to them. So,
Okay.
I have one last thing.
no, you
While
don't.
we're
But
loading up our.
continue. No, you do,
Listen,
but I mean, you're gonna
you
ask
don't
me
gotta
about
call me out like
10
that,
more
okay?
questions, but that's fine.
Yeah, right.
While we're setting our weapons and things, assuming that Six is digging for additional weapons of her own, Mercy will approach and say, "Hey, what's do you think the heaviest thing I could haul around without, causing myself undue burden, and then maybe be able to fire at something if the need arises? I need something like that hits hard. That's not going to slow me down. I don't know shit about these things.
Six is aware of how much of a powerhouse Mercy is, right?
Mhm.
How much damage she can take.
I would imagine.
How much damage you can take?
Yeah, like I've seen you like take pretty heavy hits or any like
She's a
done
glass
stupid
cannon.
shit.
She's a glass cannon. She does get hit a lot, and she hasn't died yet, but like, not for lack
Okay.
of trying.
You're asking me what you can handle?
Well, I don't. I mean, I suppose like a shotgun has a it would be useful, right? I don't know anything about guns except that you point them at the thing you want to hit and pull the trigger, right? So that thing Tony hauls around seems like a pain in the ass. He's got the big old case, he's got to set it all up. I don't want that. I'd like something that hits hard, and as hard as we can manage, without having to do the bullshit about it.
Shotgun.
Okay.
Explosive rounds, dragon fire, you know.
Okay. With this guidance, Mercy's gonna take a gun.
Okay.
And some ammo, apparently. Fancy ammo. What can I have for fancy ammo? Explosive rounds?
For fancy ammo, you can have explosive rounds, but they do come with a frenzy chance potentially.
I think that's worth it.
Okay.
I stopped carrying the dragon fire. The
Yeah,
dragon's breath
I
round.
wasn't gonna lean fire, but an explosion theoretically solves itself quicker than a fire spread. So also with danger around every corner, as soon as I cut the corner, I'll be fine, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
All right,
Bragg is
did
wearing a
enough
suit.
talking. Let's go.
I just wanted to get a gun first in case it became relevant.
I guess Braggy should probably put on something that can carry a lot of magazines and a few grenades.
There
Bandolier and all
are
that.
there are
Bandoliers.
bags and bandoliers and other various accoutrements that you can find throughout the warehouse to store and transport.
Bandolier it
Food.
is. And bag for grenades. But he's still wearing a suit.
All true, all good. Okay. The party splits. One of you
Always the
drives
best choice.
towards the TV station, the two of you, Roland and Egret, and the rest of you head towards the Giovanni mansion. I need. Who do I want to pick on? Which car? Egret, you're driving. Six, I'm assuming you're driving.
Yes.
High or low, Egret?
Low.
Nice.
Cool.
Good job. High or low, Six?
Hi.
Nice.
Damn.
All right. Okay.
I knew my chances.
Egret, high or low?
Shit, again.
It's a ways to the TV station.
Hmm.
So far, let me paint the scene for you a little bit. It's chaos. There are crashed vehicles. There are people in the streets running. There are not so much the kind of everything is on fire kind of panic, but there is a serious amount of emergency personnel that is headed to both a building explosion that happened that is now being diverted for other accidents that are occurring throughout the city. The mortal network of emergency personnel in Chicago is strained to the brink, and you are seeing effects of that all throughout the cities you are driving. It is making the streets a little bit clearer in certain areas, and then more congested in others where you're having to take detours. Occasionally, you do pass by a group of presumably mortals that are running from a creature of some description. So far, it's been small ones, but they are running from them. Uh, that goes for both groups as you head further into the city to the places that you're headed to. It seems that there are clear like places where these creatures were going to come from. A lot of them downtown, populated areas. You're looking at like Millennium Park area. You're looking at like Grant Park. You're looking at like, um, main thoroughfares. The those sorts of places are being hit to cause the most amount of chaos. So,
In such a way that it feels intentional, yes?
very intentional. It feels
Great.
like it it feels like because all of you except for Braggy, really, have lived through a Sabbat attack before. It feels like the other Sabbat attacks, but with a precision and planning that the other groups didn't seem to have. This seems more coordinated, and you know it's likely only the one creature that has orchestrated this because they've essentially told you as much, and you've essentially kind of worked with or seen the effects of this creature already. It seems much more like um, just more coordinated and more purposeful in its scope. This creature knows how to cause mortal chaos. This creature knows the places that would have been vulnerable, would have been prime targets to cause the most confusion for a group of, for the Camarilla who they know want to keep Kindred Society secret, and they don't care. They're creating chaos for the purpose of chaos and doing it very effectively.
Okay.
Yes. Once more, Ygritte and Six, high and or low.
I'm gonna go with high this time.
Okay.
Ooh. I'll try low. Oh,
Yes.
jeez. Damn.
I was with you both, but the dice were
Yeah, I know.
It's fair. It's fair. Could be worse.
Mm.
So, let's go with Roland and Ygritte first. The two of you come up to a section. One of the blocks is that you need to go down is very heavily blocked off by wrecked cars. There is a fire truck that has been kind of wrecked in the corner. You see bits of bodies on the road. Now, whether or not they were caused by the accident that is here, that is large scale accident, or something else is irrelevant. But it's going to take you some time to get around it.
Tony, you and me, let's start throwing these things out of the way. They're just cars.
Oh, he's talking to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're in a different car.
Yep.
Yep,
Yes.
we're in different places
I'm
now.
so sorry. I'm so accustomed to not splitting. Please
I know.
continue.
It's
It's
part of the
fine.
party.
It's quite all right. Plus, nerves will make you do that. Um, the there is definitely something going on here that is more supernatural than just a car wreck. And that is evident by the group of people that runs behind you, kind of blocking your car in, as this crowd of presumably mortals kind of passes by and blocks
What-
you in.
We need to get around them. We need to go
Forward or backwards?
towards the station. No, we got to get around. Honk and get it, like, move. We can't stay here.
No, Seamus, I think you're confusing. They blocked in behind us. They're forcing us to go forward, which to me reads trap.
No, I got what you said. I'm just we have to go this way. I don't think the mortals are just running from something. In theory, that
There's
something's behind us.
there's
There's
no there's no coincidences tonight, boss. But all right. She's just
Just be aware and be careful. That's all we can do. We got to get there.
there is there is a small way that you could go through. I need you to give me a dexterity drive check. A difficulty of 4.
um since I activated fleetness, and this is a dexterity check.
Yes, you should be able to
It's a
add your.
non-combat.
Yep, this is non-combat.
All right, cool.
Every time someone does this particular trick, I'm always thinking
It's
of
it's
Edge
edge
Runners.
Yep.
This
Mhm.
Devastating driving thing. Trying
Those
moving too
modifiers.
fast.
3.
I'm gonna willpower reroll.
Okay. You do have a crit there, so very doable. Well, I mean, you only need 4, so.
Mm.
Nice.
That's 4.
That'll
Good.
do it.
Oh,
You notice as you're driving, there is definitely some uh, damage to the road that has caused rebar to kind of like ply up and would have flattened at least one tire. Um, you do manage to avoid it, even in this chaos. Um, and when you do, there is a creature that comes from behind a car and hits your vehicle. Pretty good.
Mm.
As one of those smaller creatures kind of like billows out from behind one of the cars. It is charred on one side and looks like it has been hit and taken some damage, potentially by this truck. It is covered. It's for the purposes of reminding you.
Oh, good.
It looks like that. Its
Right.
claws are covered in ripped shirts and bits of what you can presume to be human, as it is just running rampant at this point, um, and attacking wildly. So, but it runs into the side of the car and jostles the car and begins to kind of scrape and kind of grab onto, potentially to hold.
Okay. So you drive. I'm gonna lean out and grab the shotgun and shoot it.
Okay, that will be a point blank shot. It has no real. I mean, it's going for the car at this point. So, make your attack.
Uh, oof. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna do a power reroll.
Okay, you got all 3.
Damn it.
That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is focused on the car more so, but does
Mhm.
manage to like kind of move out of the way slightly. You did get its attention, which could be good or bad. Um, Ygritte, give me a drive dexterity if you're wanting to drive away. If you are attempting to do something else, please let me know. But the purposes of escaping this creature's relentless grip would be um, 5. Tires start spinning a little bit.
I'm sensing a reroll.
So is it? So
You're
is it
muted.
doing anything?
What?
Is it doing anything other than just trying to grab on?
It's holding the car in place at this point in time, and it has begun screeching.
Okay.
This just
Can I fire another shot to try? I'm not trying to do a lot of damage. I'm just trying to get
right,
it to let go.
fair. Uh, were you gonna re-roll any with that?
Yeah, I got 3. I might as well.
Okay,
Okay.
you need 1.
Oh,
Nice.
That'll
Hell
do.
yeah.
Damn.
You managed to definitely get out of the grip of this creature. Um, it seems to have kind of lifted up the car in the back a little bit, which was causing the wheels to spin, and then you gunned it in a certain kind of way, and it hit, and you guys take off, managing to avoid it. Notably, as you get like 20, 30 feet away from it, 2 more of them come running out, presumably at the screeching noise, and then
Oh, damn.
look to follow. And then that group of people that was behind you catch their attention, and they turn to follow them instead.
You guys almost got pincered.
Hmm.
For those of you in the APC,
Hmm.
I could put cards in front of you, but I don't know that it matters.
Yeah, about that.
So why bother?
I feel like you're better off giving us a moral dilemma.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
this
Uh,
your group of
tr- tr-
morals.
yeah, yeah.
I'm familiar with your humanity levels. Some of you, it doesn't do a whole lot.
Yep.
Um, yeah, yeah. Let me just pull this. Skibidi-bidi-bidi-doo. Don't mind me.
Gibbity.
I have safety concerns.
Too late.
It's always concerning.
Do for me. Oh well, we gotta reroll that.
Oh.
6. Yeah, let's go with 6. That sounds good. 6. Give me a dexterity drive as a underbarrel grenade mounted round goes towards the wheels of the APC from rooftop.
Again? This trick again?
Can I use celerity with rapid reflexes and shit?
Yeah.
Cool. You said driving and dex?
Yep.
Yep.
30.
Plus whatever the hell your celerity is, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, I have something to say.
Oh.
God damn it, Arthur!
It's a difficulty of 6.
6.
Yep.
Fucker.
He is a fucker.
Oh God.
No, I'm gonna reroll.
Get all 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to make an Archer reference. I've been watching that show lately.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
you!
Oh, you.
Yeah. That. Yeah. He's annoyed at that.
Well, he's really fucking annoying.
He is really fucking annoying. Um,
Do we see where he's
Any
at?
chance to return fire?
Any chance to
um,
run his ass over?
make the trajectory of it, because 6 did so well, I will let you do, for those of you not driving, do a wits and awareness. Difficulty of 7.
Ooh, I don't even know if I can do that.
I sure shit
Yeah.
can.
You could potentially get a crit.
Could. But my willpower is going to be real important later.
Mm.
Ah, yes.
Mm.
I could have gotten 2 crits and maybe been helpful.
There is the APC is more focused for like looking down at the surroundings. It's a little higher up. The trajectory of the grenade round seems to be from a higher location, so there's like several blind spots. Without sticking your head out the top, which could potentially be fun if he's really good with his shot. If you want to open that top hatch.
Nah. We got something to do here.
As you
How far are we out for the mansion
couple blocks
at this point?
Couple blocks.
Couple blocks?
Yep.
We'd probably need to wait like a block or 2 before seeing what's going on anyways, so.
Fair.
Wait. Are there shadows everywhere because it is nighttime and also
There are shadows everywhere because it is nighttime. But
can I rouse check to oh god.
you can rouse check to see through the shadows, but it's still going to be your perception. So
your dice pool isn't going to be any better.
but you do have the ability to see through the shadows at this point. Additionally, 6 is moving at a pretty good clip, swerving around wrecked vehicles and I'm hoping pedestrians, but I'm not going to put words in your mouth. They're trying to get out of your way for the most part.
Yeah, I'm trying to minimize the
Casualties. That's fair.
Yeah.
The there isn't a second shot. You seem to pull away and with your double crit fun times. You manage to either evade him well enough that you don't even notice the second shot, or he doesn't take it. Egret and Roland. You have 3 blocks to get to the TV station. I need wits and awareness from you both. And then I need a drive dexterity from you, Egret.
Okay, since I have heightened senses, I get to add my aspects, correct?
Correct.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
I believe it does say that in the
Awesome.
description.
Okay.
Difficulty?
0, your setting.
Okay.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Mhm. And then you said my usual driving.
Correct.
Six.
What is this song?
This would
It
be
is
Bury
nice
the
that this
Light
is per turn.
for Devil May Cry. 5.
5 difficulty?
No, sorry, Devil May Cry 5 is
Sorry.
where the song is
Oh.
from. Um,
For the driving?
for the driving, your difficulty is 5, actually. Coincidentally. Good.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh,
And
wow.
Nice.
there's the night
Okay.
of crit driving.
The path that
Have to
you
reckon a
are.
few of Will's cars.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right.
The path that you've been taking does seem to be um, especially the closer that you get to this location, there seems to be a lot of wreckage, a lot of chaos, a lot of kind of damage that's been going on in this area. The closer that you're getting to the TV station, the fewer humans you're seeing as well, the fewer pedestrians that you're seeing on the street. However, you do manage to get to the TV station. For purposes of that, that's what it looks like. It's a big TV station, huge antenna on top, and you've been here before, so you
Yeah.
know that you need to go near all the way to the top to access the various. What's the word I'm looking for, Tug? What do they have?
Transmitters?
That's the word. Thank you. Transmitters. To access the transmitter, the different ways that you can interface with the station, you know where they're at. They're up near the top.
Yeah. All right.
I don't like how quiet it is.
I mean, we don't have a choice.
There are a couple of fires in the distance, not frenzy close, but you know, the standard fare of Chicago chaos with certain dumpster fires and things. The With your heightened senses, there's a couple of you can hear from various parts, couple blocks away, those screeches that you were familiar with. At least 4 distinct locations where those screeches are coming from. Um, Additionally, the doors seem to be locked.
Is it a glass store?
The 2 front doors are revolving doors that are locked with little bars, so it's like 2 layers of glass.
He will motion to egret.
Chink, bang.
Cha-chink bang.
I gotta roll to
gotta-
shoot the glass door.
Or
Gotta
I would
roll.
have just used your sword.
We gotta find out if you hit, what if you shot Roland instead?
You do hit it. It is it is polycarbonate glass, so it doesn't shatter in the same way. It does indent and it does kind of like spider web out. It's gonna take probably a couple more shots.
Oh, no, then she's just gonna strength that. Once it's disfigured it, If it's pushed in enough, it'll disfigure and she can just.
Okay.
So,
For that, give me, if you're just using your hands, give me your brawl strength. If you would like to incorporate your claymore melee strength.
since that's the higher one, we'll go melee.
After your initial shotgun blast, a couple of those
Crap.
screeches get a little louder, get a little closer. So far, you're fine. There's nothing.
Should I throw a difficulty in here?
Uh, mm, no.
See what we get. Uh,
You manage to poke a hole with your sword. It's, I mean, it's polycarbonate, so it does kind of like spread open a little bit more. Um, did you want to re-roll any of those?
no, I think she'll just put the sword back and try it with her hands.
Okay. Brawl strength. Rolling what you doing while she's doing this.
Keep an eye out for whatever, if anything's coming,
Wits and awareness,
or
please.
or anyone.
Anyone or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, wits and awareness. Let's go with that.
Thing. Several.
You are pushing more this glass. It's very reinforced. You might be able to squeeze through if you really had to, but it might hurt a little bit.
Were you supposed to add your aspects to that or something again, Roland? Or
Oh
please
yeah,
continue?
I was. God damn it.
I learned about 10 levels of armor last time, so
Level 3, so that's 5.
5.
5 successes.
Roll it about a block away. Around one of the buildings, you see a very large lumbering shape. Bigger than the thing that grabbed your car before.
Awesome. Like the thing we fought the last time.
Might look similar to the thing that you fought the last time.
Fantastic.
Looks a little bit like this.
Yeah, that's about the thing we fought the last time.
And
Man.
the different sets of eyes. This one though is unique in the sense that its eyes are on little stalks. 4 of them, and they all kind of like swivel around as it comes around the corner. And then 2 of them look down towards you, and it begins to turn and make its way towards you.
We got company.
And you'd better help me get through this glass.
Okay. Want to play Get Help?
To protect you as you go
No. No.
He is making a Thor reference.
Rayton. All right. What do you strength brawl?
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. Why
Both
watch
of you.
this?
Strength brawl.
Watch it.
I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
He just
tried
he
his
goes,
hardest.
sure, I'll help, and then stares at her and goes, mm.
Okay, so instead of that, she is going to push him through the hole in the
We are
glass.
playing Get Help.
We are playing Get Help.
Okay, yeah. Try and yeah.
Dance your way through, DJ.
So I'm going. Before you do that, fuck me. All right, he's going to take his backpack with the laptop in it, put it on his front, and cover it.
Defend the important stuff.
Break. Don't just shove me through. Warn on me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I gotta save my willpower. Damn it.
It's like my face up against glass.
That's fair.
This is my hustle.
Now,
Hey, look, if it's a contested roll, I just won against your 0.
yeah, no, you flatten Roland very much into this bent-in polycarbonate glass that you've made an attempt to get through.
I'm not sure this is working properly.
At this point, you are also aware of this large creature moving your way. You have a vehicle. There are stairs up to this that are ramp-shaped. And then, of course, you've been trying to go through the glass itself. There are other mechanisms on the door. There's also other doors around the side that you're familiar with. One of them you exited out of the last time you were here, kind of like a fire escape door.
The gifts, which is great.
We're helping.
Ygritte is very much panicking. Boss, what are we gonna do?
Ram it. Leave the car in. Ram far enough so we can get out
What?
the front doors. Ram the car into the glass. Embed the car into the window. Leave enough so we can get out the front, but the car blocks the hole. Fine, I'll do it.
No, she's gonna do it. She's just literally just like,
2 cars,
All right.
1 night.
I'm assuming we'd left. I'm gonna say, yeah, we'd left the car running.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
What is this? A drive dex?
It's drive decks. There is a on the front of all of the SUVs that Maggie owns is the Ram bar, the standard, like, that's part of it. Yeah, it's drive decks. It's going to be a difficulty of 4.
I thought we politely called those cattle guards.
Cattle guards. Depends on the certain part of the
push
state,
bars. Push bar.
or part of the country rather.
No.
Here we go.
Nice.
That is good. That is enough. Also, that you manage to wedge it in a certain way that it is still within the glass and the front doors can open.
Nice.
Awesome. Get out and run upstairs. Use the elevator? No.
Great plan.
The
Is the power
Elevator?
on in the building?
the power seems to be working. Whether that is through a backup generator or not, you don't know. There are throughout the city blocks that you've been going down, some buildings have power, some buildings don't. It does seem to be lining up with certain areas of the grid, but for the purposes of this one, it's hard to tell if it's backup. You know that there's a backup generator in this building anyway, so it's likely one or the other. I need you both to make stealth dexterity checks for me.
What about security cams?
With the Oogie Boogie that's looking for you.
Yeah, it's not the security cams that you're worrying about.
Woohoo, I got a success.
I mean, your whole job is to be noticed, right? So, I mean, it makes sense.
That's
Yeah, right?
That is fair.
that is fair.
But if their powers combined, that's 5.
Yeah, this
That's not how this works.
this fella you probably don't want to necessarily get impressed upon. How many eyes did I say it had? 4?
Yeah, or stocks.
Less.
That's only the ones on
right?
top.
It was less.
I think 2 turned towards you, but this one was the 4
Yeah.
stock fella. That's okay. Well, difficulty doesn't. Okay. So, Ygritte, you make your way towards the stairwell. I'm assuming you're not taking the elevator.
No.
Make your way towards the familiar stairwell. As you do so, you hear doom, doom on the large glass window as the front four body parts of this creature slam up against it, cracking it slightly as it just leans on it, and you see those four eye socks like scraping against the window glass,
Yeah.
leaving a nasty like
Yeah.
snail trail. Like,
Yeah.
Ew. Ew.
Roland,
We all knew Zamisi was more bad, but it's always
was a
worse when you
bad
remind people
idea.
that they're wet.
they are wet, very wet,
Mhm.
and a lot of it is viscera related.
Mhm.
Roland, the eye socks stop. You hear,
Uh-huh.
and it kind of freezes and looks right at you, and its whole lower half opens up, revealing several rows of serrated teeth, and it slams itself into this window.
Yeah, I'm taking off.
Yep. Yep.
Boom.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
Jesus fucking fuck.
oh
So
fuck!
that window uh, doesn't. It gets pushed in, and it's
What
solid
window?
polycarb. Right. What window? Um. Hmm.
Two crits. Two
We
crits.
run.
Now, is the elevator on the bottom floor for you or not?
uh, I don't know, but I'm not. We were taking the stairs.
Stairs.
Oh, well, that's probably better.
Stairwell door is small, notably. However, it's not super slow. I need both of you.
We are also not super slow.
That's true. You have fleetness. You're probably good on this. Mr. Roland, I'm going to look at your character sheet real quick.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
the car in the window would be hazardous terrain, right?
Hazardous terrain is more of a guideline
Difficult.
in this.
Difficult. Difficult.
It's a relative term.
Guidelines.
I'm gonna need a dexterity athletics from you, Roland.
I'm just gonna fail, right? That you've seen my sheet.
I'm looking at your sheet. Not a lot. Not a lot
But
that I
I'm
can.
pretty.
I'm really trying. I'm looking, and you're very pretty, and you love attention, and this is not the attention you want.
I'm very charismatic. I got 2 success.
As good as
Hey!
it gets, baby.
You couldn't have done better.
I could not have done better.
Could have rolled 2 tests, but that's
Two
it.
is what you need, because
Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna be generous. You were in here before it got here. You're a little further ahead. You know that scene, and I know you will know this because you're not a movie fool that hasn't watched good movies. Unlike unnamed people that will not be mentioned, Jurassic Park, when
I
the
know
Okay.
exactly. I knew it.
Velociraptor's coming up,
Yeah, no, yep.
The leg.
the leg. I'm gonna let actually Ygritte give me your athletics dexterity as well with your fleetness. I believe that you'll add all of your bonuses to that. I want to see how much more than 2 you get.
So wait, it was sorry. Brain went
Oh, good. Athletics, dex, and then fleetness. This is not combat per se, so you can add your celerity.
Yeah.
As well.
It's
That's
like
it.
grabs
Nice.
the ass leg and pulls it out of the
So
way.
you grab Roland. Additionally, this creature didn't seem to notice you as quickly as it noticed Roland, which gave you a little bit of an advantage in that regard
He's
too.
too pretty.
He is very pretty.
I am very pretty.
Very tasty looking. It makes a lunge for your boss, and you yank him into the stairwell and up a few flights of stairs as the steel frame bows in, and the like the masonry around cracks, and you see the paint crack and fall down. And it still is trying to get in there, but this seems much more sturdy than the window that it just knocked through, and smaller for it to do so.
Up,
I'm
fuck,
assuming that you're
fuck,
all
up.
running.
Yeah. Fuck,
Yeah.
fuck, and up.
Fuck, and up you run. It begins banging on this, and we will revisit that another time. As the APC pulls up in front of the Giovanni mansion, uh, there is notably your people have set up a perimeter. There is signs of chaos around. The mansion itself looks to be fairly intact. Give me a wits and perception. Or wits and awareness, sorry. Everybody.
Okay.
Everybody in the
Okay.
APC as you're pulling up in front of the mansion. Unless you want to go somewhere else. I'm assuming front of.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Well, you see it. We'll get to what you see in a moment.
Calculating every brick of
Boop,
property
boop, boop,
damage,
boop, boop, boop,
apparently.
boop. Yeah. It's
Both of you very familiar with this
six,
location.
Very familiar with it. Let's see. Mercy Braggy. Sorry, you don't notice it as much. 6 and Antonius, though, familiar with the location. There is definitely something that stands out to you. On top of the mansion, you see
Motherfucker.
not what you think you're going to see. You know, one thing no, this is a side, this is a pause for the game.
Oh.
Part of, I'm going to miss running this game. Absolutely. However, having to scroll through everything that we've added, because the next time that I do a game is likely going to be a new one, and there won't be as much here. I'm gonna love that aspect of it. On top of the mansion, on one of the spires, let's say this closest little tower right here, if you can see where I'm pinging.
Yep.
On top of that, in a cloak hanging off, you see this figure, or this shape, looking down at you as you pull up.
Well, this is confusing because I've run into more than one of these things, one of which was decent. God damn it. The other one was a baddie.
I love that it's 6 that posted that, and it's even better. You didn't do anything. My job here is done. Sailor Moon fans will understand.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, I do.
So Tony will immediately get out of the car, basically before it has fully stopped, and like regard that thing. Is it does it look like the style of the thing that we met in Nova, or does it look more like the one we had a meeting with in the mansion before this whole shit started this season?
That is a fair question. And with the amount of successes that you got, it's pretty easy to tell that the way that the cloak is moving, there's a little bit of a breeze, especially up that high. But the way that the cloak falls on the figure, it's very reminiscent of the Nova experience.
These all bugs and shit.
Seems
What
to
does it
be,
smell like?
well, I mean, from your heightened senses, I don't know that you could smell it from that far away. Old.
Oh, I can't smell shit, but Tony might.
Old and nasty.
You will exit the car and get the fuck off my house.
As
With a very big rifle in one hand and a shield in the other.
the actual shield. As the head kind of tilts in an unnatural, uncanny sort of way, it kind of falls down and floats. You see that as it kind of floats down and the cloak billows out, it seems to be formless, at least as it's falling, until it regains its form when it hits the ground. Let's go for some quieter, spooky music. And it stands there in front of the door, kind of looking at you, Tony, having taken its interest. I've come to make a deal with you specifically.
Talk.
I find my attempts to extricate Claymore tedious. I need something to whittle my time. Give me the young one that she created, and I'll spare your haven. And with that, let's take a quick break.
Fantastic.
Mull it over.
Fantastic.
It seems like a fun
The next
spot.
scene, Braggy's thrown at the thing.
Yeah, let's
With
decide
this
Braggy's fate
squealing
in a break.
noise.
On that note, a couple minutes, get our drinks, all bathrooms, dogs, all that fun stuff. We'll see you
Good
back
idea.
here in a few momentitos.
Chill.
With cute dinosaurs. The Ice Age.
Ice Age.
Yeah, that's all on the stream. We're leaving that in.
Good.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Did
we
they
were in
hear-
a tense situation
We
before we were all
were
talking
in a
about silly
very
Batman shit.
intense Batman discussion over the break, completely unrelated to everything that's going on now. So as we return,
Nerds.
yeah, why do we all get along so well? That's amazing. As we all come back, there is this figure that now Tony has approached and is talking to. Six, you recognize it. I believe Mercy and Braggy were in the room too. Were you guys in the room, Nova? I think you were.
I
Yeah.
don't know if Mercy.
It
Oh, I guess yeah. No,
was-
Mercy was because he was gonna do
Mercy
some like
was,
scene,
Braggy
and Mercy was hovering. We
wasn't.
hovered in the doorway, and then burst.
No,
in.
I thought you sent me in
Yeah.
first with a grenade.
Yeah.
I think you did go in with the
Oh
grenade.
yeah, no, that's right. That's right.
Yep. Okay. So
Yeah.
you were all semi-familiar with this creature as well.
Great.
As Tony has approached, it is speaking at a tone that is inaudible even for those of you, if you have heightened senses. It's hard to make out. Tony, when you are speaking with it, when it's speaking to you, it is almost as if it is speaking in your mind to a
Neat.
certain level. And it kind of keeps moving in this fluid, almost amalgamous way. And just you can tell that it's contemplating what to say. The destruction that's befalling the city that will continue doesn't have to fall on House Giovanni.
It says it just like that.
Yes.
The lips kind of pull back and like bit like a smile, but it's all sharp teeth. You're not keeping up with the times, old man. The house fell. This one's under my protection. Get the fuck out of my town.
Then I'll make sure, as your corpse lines the walls of your house, that I call it by its proper name. Trash. Insignificant. And as it...
It-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say he'd probably try and like pop one shot off with his rifle. Not like the full auto nonsense, but it's like a big. It's essentially a corpse manipulated by bugs. So he was wanted to like. It's the closest thing at hand that would be like, poof, scatter the messenger to ribbon.
Fair. You take a shot at it. It goes through it. You don't have to roll to hit it. You do hit it.
Okay.
The cloak falls to the ground as many skittering things run out, deformed and frantically in all directions. And you hear, in this moment of silence, boom, boom, large footfalls,
Excellent.
larger
Who's all here?
than before.
Cool. Who's all here? Excluding the party. NPCs that are gathered. Who's all here?
NPCs that are gathered. You've got six's cohort of ghoulies,
Mm-hmm.
of the two. You have McCleary is within and here. At this point, we'll say that the doors have been open and you're seeing who is there.
There was a big speech outside. Everyone probably heard him.
Yeah, fair. For the rest of them, there are a couple of the kind of the clan lists that you've seen around that have kind of taken refuge. They don't necessarily look combat ready. They're more using this as the safe space that they have been utilizing it before. There is a couple faces in there that you do see that are familiar, but also they don't look to be super combat ready. You do, however, see Lila. Lila is in there, and she has a gun. Um, for whatever it's worth. It's out.
Yeah.
But most of the people here are they took refuge here because of the chaos happening.
He'll call out, get into the safe rooms, lock everything down. And he will turn towards the big lumbering noise.
Around the corner, at least 2, maybe 3 stories tall,
Delicious.
you see claws that come around the side of a building that look like probably a couple of feet long, and they dig into it. There's multiple fingers on each hand.
Kaiju shit.
This picture I found that I'm going to show you all in a moment. I do want to say I searched up exactly what I wanted, and this is what I found. It was almost
good.
the first result, and I put the artists. I want to say that it's the Art Station is where I found it on. I put the artist stuff on there because it's fantastic. So here's what you see.
And I hate this. Yep.
Oh,
Take
gee.
this.
Oh,
You see a multi-headed creature with limbs that stretch and pull in ways. It does have a large fleshy tail that it drags behind it that is made of multiple bodies with bony protrusions all the way out. Um, and it is enormous. It seems that its size has made it slow.
Cool.
but
When
it's gonna
can
hit
when
like a brick shit
when
house.
can we start taking actions?
Well, along with it, there's a couple buddies too.
Buddy.
Little buddies.
There are two of these Gesundheit.
Bless you.
And there are a handful of just mindless flesh creatures. Just that they almost look like blobs of flesh more than anything else. And they appear to be shambling along ahead of everything else. There's two of them.
Fantastic. Um, in, in, okay, that works. In seeing all this,
Sorry.
Tony is going to basically not wait for anybody else. He's going to take the shield, plant it into the ground in front of him, so that his clan symbol's in front of him. He's going to take his 50 cal, put it on top of the shield, and just start unloading on everything in that direction.
There.
And probably screaming.
Also good. Okay.
I have an email for that.
Ba 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 ba.
I can do better, so I am going to reroll that one. 2. Damn. Okay. That's what it is then. What was it? Was that is actually a little more accurate.
Oh, I almost scared myself. I almost knocked over my Dr. Pepper, so I thought.
Worst fate. You're about to die. In game.
Whew.
No modifier.
Oh.
Difficulty is 4. The two creatures in the front kind of like stretch and elongate and start to absorb a lot of the bullets.
Cool.
Interesting.
However, so does other stuff.
As a reference, gun is what was it? 6 plus for damage. So that is
6 plus.
7, 8, 9, 10 coming down range. Potentially, minus whatever they subtract.
10, and it's yeah. There's nothing. It's just big gun, correct?
It's just big gun.
Okay. The medium fellows. That one will get hit. And where's my flash Hydra? Don't take that eye contact.
Well, yeah,
Nowhere.
what are you going to say
Nowhere.
that
It
very
died.
often?
It died.
It died.
Speaking of things we don't get to say often, yeah.
It died in one hit, sadly.
Where's my flesh Hydra?
What kind of fresh hell amalgamation is that? So scared.
As you see, kind of the bullets hit and they do embed themselves. You hear it sounds like it's hitting metal in parts, like the way it's hitting the bone. It's making a sound of um, like a metallic almost ting to it.
It's just the fucking cyber demon. I'm just going to get more pissed now.
I mean, no. You know what? There was a serious moment early on when I was adding things to this game that I thought, how much Doom shit could I really put in here? And a cyber demon might have been part of it. Um, Fleshy things are taking 10 though. That's gonna be fun. Okay. Okay. For the purposes of this, Six and Braggy, you are first. Roland or Mercy, you are on deck.
Nope.
Roland does not have to deal with this bullshit.
Nope.
He's
Not,
got his own bullshit.
not
Roland has his
yet.
own level of bullshit to do with.
6, you can go first.
Great.
Well, unless you really want me to, I've thought about this a lot actually in the past.
I can go first.
Okay.
Um,
I actually lost track of how long I've kept this in the brain.
so what are we looking at here? We have some guy sitting on the rooftop taunting us, and
He
then
gone. He dead.
oh,
Yep.
wait.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
That
it was
that
just a
creature,
mouthpiece.
it was more of like a messenger-esque type thing. Yep.
gotcha.
No,
So we
the
have
issues that you have are potentially 3-story tall flesh hydra, two smaller humanoid, they're called slacha or something,
mhm.
and then you've got these blobs that are essentially ghouls in size, but when they were fired upon, they did stretch out to absorb more bullets.
Okay. Well, for starters, I'm wait. How far away are we from the the monsters? Like where the armored car is?
At this point, I'll let you decide. Do you want the APC in between you, or do you want it to be behind you?
I want it to be in between me and the monsters because Six is
Okay.
gonna grab her rifle.
That is the direction that it came from. Uh, so you would have to kind of step around the vehicle to shoot, but you can get to your rifle. I'm gonna say they're about 40 feet from you, as they are
Okay.
kind of moving in this fleshy mass.
Okay. So before I take a shot at I think I'm gonna do much. I'd say probably one of the mid-sized ones.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do shit with the big one. I'm actually gonna send a message to the ghouls inside to go grab the flamers. The heavy flamers. And bring them out.
Okay.
Yep, exactly that. So that would be firearms and composure.
Correct. And as a question to you six, actually, I gave
Mhm.
you have control of them, correct? You have character sheets for them?
Yes.
Okay. That will be what we use here in a moment.
Okay. Difficulty?
You're setting the difficulty if you're taking a shot at one of the Slacha.
Mm. I'm gonna willpower reroll that. Okay, I'll start off with that.
Okay. You win ties. So,
Cool.
left or right?
Let's go left.
Okay. That one had not taken any damage, so.
Okay.
And you have its attention.
Great.
Braggy, you are up. Tony, for the purposes of your additional character sheet, he would be high initiative if you would like to ready a move for him as well.
Oh, you want me to play Father McCleary?
I know you like to play Father McCleary.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
I'm probably just gonna like. If he's getting involved, he'd run up at the first thing. Would it be a medium-sized creature? What would be the first thing? Little guy,
The
medium.
little guys are in front. Yeah.
So yeah, he'd be clearing chaff. So that would be. Does this boy is this boy defined by his sword but not have melee as a skill?
For that you can just roll his physical, I think.
Physical?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's fine.
okay, that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I believe it's the same.
um, oh,
How much damage can I do with my underbarrel grenade launcher?
You should shoot it and
balls. Does he have willpower?
I believe he has 4.
We're doing it.
Oh shit.
Because that was a great like that's a great pool in garbage.
That is a garbage roll for sure.
I don't think there's a willpower reroll button on a SPC sheet, so I'm just gonna.
No, you might need to just. I think you gotta just
Bob.
make a name it.
So that's 4.
4. Okay, for one of my little fellas. Little fella. Oh.
Oh, cool. So that's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage, and I'm gonna need to know. Actually, hmm. How much damage did you did 10 to it with your
Did.
and that, and then There's nothing special about the bullets in your gun, right?
Correct.
Okay. I asked.
Except that they're the size of
Right. They're just
fucking Red Bull cans.
big chunks of bullet.
I know
So
this track.
here's what happens when McCleary goes up and takes out this blob of amalgamous ghoul fleshiness. It kind of like compresses down into a small bit and then explodes and releases all of those bullets that you shot at it back in all of your general direction.
That's
Oh.
dumb.
And
That's some fucking Marvel Rivals bullshit.
boop. 5. I need everybody who is actually, if you're behind the APC, you have cover, so you have a +2 to this roll.
I have a fun question.
Mm-hmm.
How's the shield working out?
That'll give you your +2 cover as well. Yeah.
Nice.
There's a reason for it. Hell yeah.
So, what's that look like? I'm sorry.
All right, what are we rolling?
So dexterity, athletics to dodge your this
Yeah, that's
semi
pretty great.
claymore-esque attack.
Does my fleetness assist in this?
This is a combat-related roll, so it would not.
Not gonna happen.
Okay.
But you also have a +2 to it because you are
Ah,
giving you the benefit of behind the
What?
APC.
What about rapid reflexes?
Rapid reflexes give you no penalty to no cover. You have cover, so
Okay.
technically, yeah. I mean, you would have.
oh. That gives me 4 total.
Those are 4 total.
Okay, so I apologize.
No, you're
I'm
good.
rolling
There's a lot going on.
athletics dexterity
Correct.
with a +2 because of the cover of the car.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. And then I have a difficulty of 5.
Correct.
Great.
Son of a bitch.
6, you are good. You suffer no shrapnel reverberation damage.
Dexterity.
For, I believe, the rest,
McCleary did it.
McCleary's good. See, McCleary's good. McCleary dodges. Being a vampire's a good look on him. Braggy got 5. Or
No, I got 4.
4. Mercy got 4, and Tony got 4. Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, for those of you who got 4, you are going to take 4 points of superficial damage, halved. If you've got your toughness on, do your thing. So 2
For
superficial.
nothing, so halved is 2 naturally plus any. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet, I just tank it.
Fair. The creature is no longer part of this battle either. Also, that pop, that was a death pop.
Pop.
If I
Braggy.
decide I don't like how much damage that is, could I willpower reroll or perhaps something else of that nature?
You
or am I just taking it at this
can.
point?
You only took 2 points of superficial,
Yeah, but
and if you don't,
that's-
yeah, you can willpower reroll. Yeah,
it's almost half my health bar of superficial.
that's fair.
So
Wait a minute, you have how many health?
As much as I do? What the hell?
Right, glass.
He's a
cannon.
glass
That's
glass
right.
cannon.
Glass can.
Oh, yeah.
it's not my turn, right? So once per turn, I
You-
couldn't use my Dex Athletics plus celerity because this was not happening then.
For what? What would you use your celerity for?
Because I have fleetness, and fleetness says you can add your celerity rating to the dice pool for or once per turn. The user can do this when defending with dexterity athletics.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
add it to
yeah.
your
Yeah.
dex
You add those. Yeah, add that. Sorry, I
Okay.
was thinking for some reason that you couldn't use it if it was combat related. But if if it works for
Once per
defending,
turn.
yeah. No, you
But I
can.
didn't. I thought maybe because it wasn't my turn.
No, you're good.
No, that once per turn.
Yeah,
Everybody.
full cycle.
Then I would like that. I've decided that's enough damage that it's worth it.
Well, you
So I
would.
want to
Yeah,
take
just
damage.
you
More
would
importantly,
add.
elsewhere.
You don't need to reroll with willpower. You can just add
So
how many
3.
celerity.
So I roll 3d10 here on the
Yes.
side.
3d10s. That's 2.
That's yeah. You're good. You got
Okay.
enough to negate it. So.
Cool. I have no other critical failure, so yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
Truth. Braggy, you're up. You just got hit with like shrapnel.
Ow. That hurted. Just a smidge. I would like to shoot the giant flesh Hydra thingy with a grenade.
Roll for me. Firearms composure.
And because it's so big, do I get a bonus? Because it's freaking 3 stories tall.
It's gonna be hard to miss it, but we'll see.
You know. I'll power roll
It just
that.
feels like one that's worth it. That's 3.
I'll take that.
Because of the nature of this weapon, it's probably gonna hit it a little bit.
Oh my god! I need a second because I'm getting chewed on by some sort of pest,
Fair.
and so I'm gonna step away for just a second
Fair.
while I figure out what the hell's happening.
Okay. Okay.
That's not okay.
That's a bummer.
That's not okay.
It's better than you think. I looked this up a minute ago, just for the purposes.
Do some heavy remodeling on this house, aren't we?
So, when the grenade explodes, you're all pretty far back. It's a decent sized grenade. It puts out a decent fireball. If you had been a little closer, it would have been concerning. Actually, McCleary needs to make a frenzy check. Which I don't know how that's going to work out with a SPC sheet.
What's the normal check for frenzy?
Good question.
It is a willpower test. Is equal to their unspent willpower and a third of their humanity.
His humanity would be 8, probably.
Okay, so it's basically so it's 9, and it also just 9 is also the number of that he has for physical. So I'm just gonna roll physical just because it's the right number of dice.
That'll work.
Like that. Modifier no.
Gonna
Okay.
need probably a 4.
Difficulty 4.
Also can just succeed by using willpower.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it beat you by 9, Braggy. I want you to roll 2d10.
Oh no! All right.
You're gonna get a grenade punted back in your.
Oh no.
Mm.
Okay. You see as it explodes, the creature kind of like hardens in certain parts of it near where the grenade landed. It does still take a little bit of damage. The fire seems to be a good contestant, as it is, against most of you. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Okay. Are you not being chewed upon, Mercy, at this point?
I think I don't know. I tried. I was like maybe it's like on my pant leg and biting me or something. But I'm back for now.
Okay. Because it's your turn, so that's why I
Yes.
ask.
So my understanding so far is that one of the flesh walls is dead. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it exploded when it died.
Correct.
Okay.
Huck it.
Thank you. I will.
Huck
I've got been
it
brought
at
a
the
nice
big
light. Okay.
thing.
One of the flesh walls exploded when it died. There are two still of the larger, theoretically not exploding flesh monsters, and then there's one large Hydra,
Correct.
which has taken some damage, but also caused blow back, or was that?
It just seemed to take some damage. It did not reflect any back. It has
Okay,
yet to make an offensive maneuver.
got it. Mercy is going to come out from behind the car door and try to take on one of the medium-sized, the Iwalu is the name I have for it at Easy with Rest.
Yeah, you will
Thanks,
lose.
thanks for that. The Iwalu, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Go for it.
Yeah, she's just gonna try and rip into any part of it she can get her hands on.
Fair.
Strength brawl,
Strength brawl.
plus my potence,
Mm-hmm.
ignoring 10 layers of armor.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, again with this nonsense. I'll reroll.
Sucks when you have a great pool.
Yeah, you guys have fantastic pools, and the dice just shit on you every time.
Yep.
They do. They're just like
Oh my
they're
God.
just like,
So
get fucked.
mean.
They're just like get fucked.
So mean.
Oh my god.
I'll do one more, and then I'm gonna
Fair.
call it.
Okay.
Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna do one more on a medium-sized creature. It's fine.
Okay. It goes to. I mean, it attempts to defend.
Sure.
No. Difficulty is. What'd you get? 3 total?
Yeah, 3 total.
God, if you guys
Okay.
fucking could hit, you guys would be
That'd
scary.
be great. Be great.
Okay, that's 4. It's going to. The way that it defends itself, it's not going to deal any damage back to you this round.
Mhm.
It seems to be more in a defensive mode with the grenade going off. It kind of shielded itself as well, so I'm not going to have it backslap you or anything like that.
Okay.
I am a kind and benevolent DM. However,
And that's about to go out the window.
Tony, you will be first, and then let's see what my Hydra do.
Oh, I get to go before the Hydra?
Yeah, you guys
Big
have
and
about the
slow.
same speed, but I'm gonna say it's
So the
slower
first thing
than
that he is going to, so give me the layout again. So the Flesh Hydra's coming up. What do we have? How many hostiles that aren't?
four total. You have a big flesh hydra that's coming around, and at this point, I'm gonna say that it's not next to the house. It's gonna be like down the road. Like it's not like
Yeah,
coming
it's in
around the
his.
house.
We got like
Um,
a block.
yeah, it's coming down. It's big. The two smaller, like medium-sized slatches
The ones with the
are
beak.
the beaks. Yep, they're creeping up, and the ghouly flesh, like it almost looks like. Did you ever play OG Fallout, or have you seen the
Okay,
Master from OG Fallout? The
I think I know what you mean. Yeah,
for okay, kind of looks like that, but bigger and like more flaily.
fantastic.
I
So
was
the first
thinking the
thing he's
damn
going to do on his
centaurs.
turn, I'm going to ask, how many? Because I've never done this more than one round before. How many rounds
Of burst.
would you say that of burst full auto? Because this is full auto. Would he even have? Because I think that might have just spent it. Because it's a
No.
lot of damage going down range.
No, 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 no.
No? X.
You've
Is it belt
got
fed or? Sorry,
roll a d10.
I'm trying to math out how many bullets could
It
reasonably
is
be
belt.
held.
It is belt fed. Okay. So I'm gonna say you've got 4 rounds that you can full auto fire before your clip is out.
Okay.
Now,
So you remember. Okay.
I was also gonna say roll a d4 because you've prepared this, you've planned this out. You can reload 3 times, but that takes your turn to reload that sucker.
That's not happening.
Okay.
At this point, my.
Fair.
At this point, my brawl is actually more efficient than gun, but not necessarily a multiple. So the first thing he's going to do, since we all dedicated earlier that we have earpieces,
Mm-hmm.
is to radio in specifically to the prince and all of the people who have control. Biggest target is at the mansion. Really big target. And then, guess, do it. He basically would just have to fire again, keep shooting, and just hit as many things as possible.
Okay.
Basically trying to hit all the targets.
Yeah, no, anything downrange.
Can I avoid
is...
the fleshy wibbly wobbly that's clearly supposed to be a bullet sponge?
You can try.
Cool.
It's trying to get hit, so it might be harder to avoid.
Is it close?
It's closer than everything else.
How close? Is it within I can get to it in 1 turn range?
Yeah.
Okay. Tony's not going to shoot.
Okay.
Tony's going to move up, grab that thing by its face, and try to throw it with damage intent back at the other 2 shitheads.
Roll me a shithead throw. Brawl strength.
Mm-hmm.
With any of your additional.
All right. So, just to be clear, the attacking counts as feats of strength, right?
Yes.
So I've not been adding those. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I want you guys to play with the most dice that you can, because that's.
If they're not rolling, so.
Well, that's also the
Sure.
fun way to play vampire, in my opinion. The more
Yeah.
dice you roll, the better.
That's true.
I'm setting the difficulty.
Correct.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Nice.
Shit balls.
I don't know
You
that any
fucking
of
dumb.
these rolls are gonna matter, but we're gonna do it anyway.
My intent is to throw the motherfucker at another motherfucker and hopefully it detonates.
Hey,
Wow,
not
hey,
bad. So that's 7.
He did his best.
He did his best. 7 points. he had been.
Oh, right.
Oh,
hang on.
and
Can I-
I have damage. I have additional damage on top of that.
do you have
I was
additional?
gonna say,
That's
can I also
bad.
shoot the one that he's throwing?
Hey,
My
six,
God.
six, pull.
If you want that to, I'll allow that if you want to, because the Hydra is going next, right? So this would do damage to the Hydra and potentially change what it's going to do now, or I can say that it's in the air and you're going to take your shot on it after the Hydra does what it's going to do. That's your call. I'll let you decide how long you want the airtime to be.
It's a sugar glider. You got time.
Yeah,
Sugar gliders are fucking adorable.
not this one.
I just wanted to explode and hurt the Hydra.
It may.
Oh, now I'm sad thinking about old pets.
What do you think, boss?
Fuck him up. Whenever you get to calculating damage, it's whatever the difference is +5.
+5, thank you. Okay, it's not gonna be alive when it. I mean, it is gonna be. It's gonna explode when it hits the Hydra. So there's that.
Oh, so you can just shoot the Hydra too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
so I
raw
could just
fucking damage.
yeah, I'll just shoot the damn Hydra too.
Yeah. But how quickly will you harden? 7 + 5, you say?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh goddamn!
But that's still one less than it needed. So it's going to take the damage from the flesh ghoul. It's going to be oh my god. Roll 20. Don't just stop it.
Is it fighting with you?
Well, I've got multiple SPC sheets up, and so now like when I pop up the dice, the macro for rolling the dice, it puts it behind all the sheets, so then I gotta like fish it out. It's being fun.
The best way I can manage to do any of that stuff is like double click so that it kind of minimizes on the board somewhere.
Yeah, I could pop them out and move them to another window, I suppose, but so it pops, it explodes, and that the bullets, the claymore effect that it had when it explodes does do damage to the flesh hydra, and it hardens, but it still takes some embedded shots.
So I had to throw my bullets at it.
Essentially,
Great.
you threw your bullets at it. Well, that's actually that's one window I can get rid of for now, because those did. But now it is the flesh hydra's turn. And it's gonna do something that's gonna freak y'all the fuck out.
Great.
Oh, lovely.
As it kind of like starts to like minimize itself. You see it like shrinking down. And as it does, you hear like this grinding, stretching of sinew sound, and it goes boof, and soaring leaps with its giant ass towards you.
Good.
Jeez.
Because all I'm thinking of is
Who's
the
closest?
bit when
No,
I gotta be up front. I gotta be up front.
yes, you are up front, but that's not
You
what
in
it's
the
aiming
cleary.
for.
Mercy's on one of the medium creatures.
You're talking about the fucking car. It's
I'm
probably
talking about
6.
okay, 6,
Oh.
high or low.
Oh fuck.
I think Braggy would also be near the car. Actually,
6 is using the car for cover.
Yes, you are.
Uh,
High or low, high or low. It's the game.
I
High.
Does that
Damn
count?
metal.
What does that count? What the fuck?
Give me a dexterity athletics.
Can I use celerity for that?
Absolutely. You're speedy. Braggy. High or low? High or
Shit.
low?
Ah, beans. Low.
Good for you. You're not in the zone.
Huh.
Uh,
Okay. 4 is enough to get out of the radius of this.
cool.
APC, though, I don't know how drivable it's about to be.
Ah, god damn
Damn it, there's 3 cars. No, 4.
it. Yeah.
4 cars,
Four
one
cars.
night.
Yep.
Winner takes all.
It lands on the APC, significantly damaging the suspension as the weight of this creature, though it is potentially lighter than it looks for its size. It still does considerable damage when it lands.
I know its thing. I know exactly its thing. I was gonna get that.
Maybe. But it also, in this process, with its multiple limbs. Oh, I get to do high or low again. Let's see. I have 2 targets nearby. I've got a Braggy and I've got a 6. Six, high or low. That's unrelated.
Low.
Oh shit. That's unrelated. That's scary.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
Okay. Okay. It's getting annoying now. All right, 6. You got fortitude, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god.
Athletics Dex 7 is your target to avoid a giant bone spike that is coming down at your face.
Great.
I know.
You can add that, or you can add celerity.
Difficulty is 7.
Correct. And it's defending, so yes, I believe.
Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna fucking willpower roll that.
I'm going to move Flash Hydra over here just because it's annoying.
Nope.
So it's 4. That's a 3. So half. That's 2.
2. Okay, so you got a total of 4. Yeah, no
4.
other crits. So 3 plus.
Plus.
Okay, it does. Okay, so you're gonna take with your toughness. What's your level of fortitude?
3 dots.
3 dots. Okay, you're gonna take 4 points of superficial damage.
Ooh.
And you get a nice little gash from this bone spike, but it does not hit you in the head and crush you real bad.
You recover from that? Like a really traumatic head wound? Do you just need the heart? Did you regrow a head?
You need the head.
Okay.
Head is important.
Hmm.
I need the brainstem.
That's fair.
And it's your go.
Decapitation does work, apparently. So who knew? Cool. So I
6.
wasn't important enough. Oh,
6
it's
is
6
go.
go?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I was talking. I assumed you meant me.
No,
But I'm not
sorry. My apologies. I've sent the bugs to munch on you. You'll get your turn in a minute.
So itchy. God.
I'm gonna switch weapons.
Fair.
And shotgun.
'Kay.
So, probably close up. gonna be +4 up close.
Correct.
Plus-
And then +2 damage to supernatural creatures, so would that be like +6?
Yep, it's 6.
It is. The +2 I think
Ah.
only factors in if win hit,
Yep.
but the +4 up close. Yeagert and Roland, get ready, because you're going to be up here in a second.
That makes me happy.
I'm not gonna celebrate yet. Fucker could always dodge. Somehow.
He's slow and does take a penalty for being so close.
Does he take penalties for big?
He does take penalties for big. Yeah, that's going to be a 2. Damage plus 2 plus shotgun, which is, I think...
Check in. And it is definitely close range.
Definitely.
4.
4?
It's 3 normally, 4 close.
Cool.
And then +2 if it's supernatural.
So 4, 5.
That's 8, I believe.
Yeah.
Is any of that ag, or is that all super?
I believe the 2 is unhalved.
Unhalved. That is a decent hit. As this is happening, across the street, across town, Roland and Egret, you have made your way up to the station. There are a handful of news personnel that are up here, that are hiding in shock. You've showed up with a sword on your back and guns, and things are going on. So,
Well, we're just gonna all the shit out of this.
fair. Make an honor roll. Why did it switch? Never mind. Yeah, they are scared mortal people. It's doesn't.
Do they count as unprepared?
They count as unprepared. Yeah. They are they're kind of like stunned and in shock.
Oh, I need. So are we up at the level where I need to plug in?
Yes. Very
Cool.
familiar. Couple renovations after the last time you've been here. But for the purposes of the layout, you guys are pretty familiar with.
I'm going to see if I can how easy it is for me to get into the system, plug my laptop in, and get this up.
Okay. You have Aurelius's software that he utilized, the things that he did, the way he did it. So give me a tech intelligence roll with a +4, difficulty 8.
I'm how Rain Goper. I would like to assist.
Tech intelligence to assist.
You said +4,
Yes.
and what's the difficulty?
8.
Okay.
With Ygritte's assistance,
Ooh, I helped! Yay!
you plug
Just did it.
into the transmitter. Now, you are hijacking all signals, correct?
Yeah.
Radio and television.
Yep.
The entire emergency
Emergency broadcast
system.
system.
Yep. Full EBS
If I
control.
never hear that sound again.
Beep. Okay.
Uh-huh. All right, here we go. This is gonna hurt.
What you saying? What you doing?
Hold up. I have to make morale checks.
Oh,
Oh, fuck
three,
Oh.
four.
Interesting.
Those humans, they're starting to
Yeah,
sound
right.
pretty good.
Yeah, right. I'm glad we have humans here. I'm going. It's basically in the background. He's gonna play "I Don't Want to Set,"
Nice.
and it's going to the what it's going to say is it's an AI voice. Stay in your homes. Do not panic. And all I can think of is all is.
Oh.
Awesome.
You keep cutting out there, Seamus. You're
Okay.
getting a little too loud.
So we shot
Amusingly, though, I understood what
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
were saying,
I
even
could-
though you cut out.
Yeah,
I could
it's the
read
Animal
it.
House. It's the Animal House. All is well.
Fair.
But no. Stay in your homes. Don't go out.
Shelter in place.
Yeah, shelter in place. National disaster. And then I gotta make my roll here.
hmm
So many buttons.
Button.
I have all the buttons.
We're gonna willpower.
Okay.
That got real scary for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
that
and then a
makes
crit.
it a crit.
Crits. Yeah. So 7,
7.
8.
8. Okay,
Yeah, I kind of ate.
sweet. All right, I'm fine with that. Not that I can do much more than that.
8 is good.
Cool.
Hard to tell, of course.
Yeah.
You're not monitoring every home in Chicago.
That's fine. And then I'm gonna go over to the humans,
Fair.
and I'm gonna, I'm and just take one away and feed a little bit.
Fair.
So the others don't see it. I don't have to worry about that. As best I can. I'm not draining completely.
Mm-hmm.
Can I reduce? How much can I reduce my hunger?
You can reduce your hunger down to 1.
Fantastic.
There are 7 mortals here. You've come to save the day. And so it is a happy time for them.
Uh-huh. Until something comes up the stairs.
Well,
About that.
About that.
about
Yeah.
that. It's not necessarily what you think.
Oh, I said something. I didn't think the thing was going to be able.
Yeah, you don't hear the banging or the what would be like the shuffling of a creature um, that large climbing up the stairs. I gotta look at something.
Crap, I didn't think to barricade the door.
It's fun.
It's perfectly fine. You're
It was probably going to break through anyway.
don't even worry about it.
The fact that if it beat my roll, that's what I'm more concerned about.
Egret,
Hmm.
I need you to prepare for me an intelligence and a resolve roll.
Okay. Difficulty?
Getting to that. Apologies. Roll 20's fighting me.
It's getting tired of all the work you're making it do.
You're not joking.
It's chugging.
You need to close it and come right back into roll 20.
Something. Come on, jump gate.
Turn it off and back on again.
I'm drinking water.
Jesus Christ.
That's not that great of a roll. That's good.
Wait until she rolls willpower.
Don't act like you know what I'm doing.
Shut up.
Don't act like you know what I'm doing again.
Oh my god. You fuck.
Fuck.
Okay.
That's 8.
Oh,
Difficulty 8.
I don't.
That's
I'm gonna fail.
high, right?
I'm just looking at the name. That's my
Oh,
problem.
this was for Egret specifically. Oh, fuck.
Egret, add
Bad song for this.
we're gonna look at a thing. Add 4 or roll 4 more dice.
What, D10s?
Yes.
Those are
Oh
all
shit,
successes.
those are all
That's four
successes.
more.
Okay. You have 7 against 8. You can roll 1 willpower dice. You need 1 more success to fight off this mental attack. Unless you have any fortitude, um, uh, memory,
Unswayable mind.
unswayable mind. Thank you.
I do not.
Okay. You have 1 dice that you can reroll with willpower. You're at 7
Yeah.
at 8.
Fuck, I'm gonna. Come on.
Additionally, if you get a crit, that would be 2. So that's a good one. I like that.
Everyone fucking threw their arms up.
Yeah,
So
that
great.
that was very pretty. So, as you are kind of like looking and keeping an eye out for threats while Roland is setting this up, and you are assisting with the various methods of like trying to help him hook into the system, and he's making a speech and putting it all out there. You turn your head, and upside down, you see um, a figure that is just a cloak, and into this black void, your vision is pulled into it. And as you do, you hear the words in your mind: "Kill your creator and come to me." And you shake it off. And
I go, fuck you, bitch, and take a shot.
take a shot.
Ah,
Apparently, I miss.
The audacity.
Maybe.
You just called up a really heavy.
It's
sword.
fine, yeah.
I'm still a
It was
bit
a
groggy
feisty
from her
report.
fucking with my mind. How about that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Sounds good.
That is fair. I mean, it's possible that this misses, but no. Uh, the cloak takes a lot of the damage and billows out, but for the most part, it just kind of like flails around. You do hear, "So plucky for one so young."
I don't like how all the old people like her. I don't like it.
Concerning.
Mhm.
If not you, then him. Roland, within seconds, this.
So can I do something to her?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm going to use entrancement.
She's quick. Go for it.
Uh, doo, doo, doo. All right, good. Go
Yay!
with this time.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, you've
All
only
right.
got what, 3 more blood bags.
Uh-huh.
You see Roland at like a DJ booth, but he's got like one of those curly straws in his mouth the whole time.
Oh, fuck me. All right, we're gonna willpower reroll.
That's fair.
Wow.
Jesus, like right? You'd
Yeah, no,
think
We have great dice pools. We
Yeah,
can't roll.
The
yeah.
dice is never on your side.
It's late game. It's not that we don't have enough dice. It's that they don't love us.
that is not helpful.
That's insulting. Is what that is.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not trying to burn more
Okay.
willpower.
So we got 3. What's my counter roll for that?
Counter roll is composure wits.
Composure wits. Plus difficulty of 3.
Oh God.
Yep.
The blackness of this
Mhm.
hood stares back at you and goes, "Two can play."
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Mm.
What's my
Oh, I don't think she's done yet.
No, she is.
You got this.
What's my?
Intelligence resolve.
That's your result.
Let's just say intelligence. I know it's got to be good.
Yeah, Resolve's not as great.
Saving that willpower, man.
Yes.
Nice.
That's 8. 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe the lady said, "Go fuck yourself."
Roland just sinking the willpower of every major enemy you ever faced.
Always. Always. Oh no.
Did she?
9? Is that 9?
The
No,
last
that
one was a
a
rouse check.
That was a rouse.
Oh, I'm
Mm.
sorry. Well, that's good. I like
Just
that
pissed
better.
that she's doing other stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm.
She's what I think she is. They really don't like being told no. So you just
I
might
know.
piss something off in a fun
I'm
way.
aware.
Ygritte is not. She's just got a smart mouth.
So I believe Roland does as well. I believe established that. That's canon.
I gotta look that up. One moment. Un momento. Generation. Okay. I'm tired of this.
Fuck!
Oh.
What?
Intelligence and resolve.
I can't win.
Woo!
You can't?
Damn.
I'm pretty sure. I'll try. I'll roll it. But...
Huh.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're rolling.
Mm.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The words that come into your mind as you are mesmerized.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot your companion in the face. Kill these humans. Then turn the gun on yourself.
Is it my turn?
It is Ygritte's turn.
Okay.
As you see
Maybe.
your sire / boss go kind of like... You've probably seen him use this effect on other things.
But you also know that you also know what he's capable of.
I'm
You
just trying to
shoot
think.
people in the face.
I'm just trying to think if there's any way that she would know to like counteract this.
It requires
Like, okay, so I guess technically, like cloud memory, he would then forget. Like I'm trying to cheese something. I won't even lie.
No, you're fair. I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to erase the directive that's just been given, essentially, with
Yeah.
cloud memory. The and this is kind of one of those interpretation things. I have always considered it that the higher level remains. So your cloud memory could potentially work, but you would have to succeed a 10 against Roland or better to do it.
Yeah, and I can't do that.
Right. It's also
But
go ahead.
you also do know what he's capable of in a
Like
physical
physically.
capacity. Yes.
Which is not a
Isn't.
lot.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it. She's aware of what he's capable of.
Death, you know.
The entity that you are dealing with might not know that and sees the
Yes.
gun and sees an option.
Yeah. Yes. You could also, if you break her concentration, because she has to maintain. No, she doesn't have to maintain anything for dominate, does she?
No, it's in your
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
You're most likely going to be doing these things in the next couple
Yep.
of turns.
Yeah. I'm going to try.
Yeah, you are going to try.
I and she's like up on the ceiling, you said?
No, she's down in front of him now.
She's in front of him. Oh.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
she's within
okay.
sword distance. Yeah, you're good.
Fuck her up.
That's why I thought you're.
She's
That's
within
where I thought you were
range
gonna
of the
go,
way
but
we solve all
Yeah.
our problems.
I
Yeah.
thought she was
Fuck-
still up on the ceiling. Okay.
No. Fuck her up.
Let's see.
No beans.
Be like,
This is good things.
everybody shoot everybody in the face as she is impaled.
Yep. Right.
Tense
tell the
moment.
guy
I didn't
who
know how
tell
else
the
to
guy,
respond.
tell the guy who can't shoot to shoot everybody in the face. Yeah. Well, we'll see how this works out.
In the face, you say. Very specific.
It'll
Yeah,
be
well,
like
he-
it'll be like the
To
scene with
shreds,
the
you say.
stormtroopers who just keep
I am-
missing the can.
I am literally going to shoot.
Right. Rouse check for blink. Succeeded.
Mhm.
Nice.
And then melee. Dex.
You think she'll recognize the sword?
Oh.
This will be fun.
I hope so.
Has
Let's see.
anybody else thought of that?
I had not. Thank you.
Nope.
So thinking about the fact that she would be, you know. Okay, I know I can only use that while defending. Okay. Full size modifier. I'm setting the difficulty.
Are you
There's
fucking
no fucking
kidding
way.
me?
That's stupid as shit.
It's
Are
strength.
you
This game
serious?
is dumb.
You get to re-roll it because you picked dexterity, not strength. I'll let you re-roll it.
You
Oh.
rolled
You
wrong.
rolled the wrong dice. That's okay.
I'm
Oopsie
so glad I
doodle.
rolled wrong.
He's
Yeah.
No,
very
no.
nice storyteller.
Well,
Everyone
I'm
tell
just,
the
like,
storyteller
seriously.
thank you.
Statistically,
Thank
you guys are all anomalies. Statistically.
Typically, we're all
We get
fucked.
told that a lot, but not in that context.
Not in that context. No.
I beg to differ. I get told that.
That's not a whole lot better.
Willpower. You gotta, right? You gotta.
Because then it will put me at it'll put me at
Oh,
impaired.
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 Fuck.
But you're not physically impaired, right? It's just mentally impaired.
But this person's
Yeah,
a
but
mental.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
And even then I can only reroll 3. Shit, fuck it. What am I gonna do?
No,
you know?
No, I think
don't.
you can re-roll all 5 But I mean, the
No.
3 because you'll run out of willpower.
Yes. No,
Okay.
don't save it for another round.
Maybe she'll flub it. Maybe she'll flub it.
I mean,
Can only hope.
Maybe she's like Roland and really just focused on mental things, you know?
she's 800 years old, but yeah, I mean, she's not had any time to. My apologies. You're right.
Just hoping Roll20 decides to hate her as much as it hates me.
Anomalous.
Fingers
It's
crossed, knock
anomalous
on
the way we
wood.
roll. Statistically impressive. That's what we are.
Statistically impressive.
Sure.
Statistically improbable.
Fucking bullshit! Give me stop.
The cloak billows, and you hit a lot of fabric, but not a lot of thunk. Um, however,
This is bullshit.
This is complete bullshit. Sir.
Nothing against you, Matt, obviously. It's just
I mean,
Roll20 is
that's
being
Roll20 is
dice
a
are
dick right now.
ass.
Yeah.
Random number generators are not truly random on a computer anything.
We know.
And I
I don't
There
have
is a
enough
way to make it
D10s.
work in this. There is a way to make it actually roll virtual dice that's based on physics, which is better. But it also lags the system down real bad.
Bad.
That's true.
Especially with the number of dice we're rolling at a time.
Yep. And they bounce off of each other and shit.
And they bounce. Yeah, there's collision and shit. It's great. It's cool. It sucks.
It looks pretty. It gets a slightly more fair result. It still sucks.
oh, the rendering on that is painful.
The creature spins around at this attack. Time's up. Roll me wits and awareness. Both of you.
I assume 5 difficulty.
Yes, correct.
Nope.
I wish I could tweak your dice.
Mm-hmm.
So plus 2.
The robe falls to the ground. You see insects scatter and fleshy creatures meander about, skittering away. Roland, I need you to make 3 rolls for me.
Okay.
1 for shooting Egret in the face. So
Okay.
compose your firearms.
Cold shot. That's -2.
Yep, -2.
That is -2. You're right.
I'm fine with it. I don't care at this point.
I've never wanted Roland to roll so poorly before.
Oh no! Watch this dice pool. You ready for this dice pool?
You're gonna
-2.
double crit because we don't want it to do well now. You know what I mean?
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, no,
That's
this is
with
the way. This
-2.
is the way.
Yeah.
Egret, defend against a shot to the face.
Athletics,
With all your decks.
dexterity, plus 3,
Right.
difficulty 3. I swear.
Right.
Fucking God.
Right.
The most damage you guys are gonna do is to each other.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's alright.
Okay.
Okay.
All good.
Alright.
The shot misses.
God damn.
Second roll.
Second roll is compose your firearms. You are shooting people.
Well, no, it's order, right? Isn't it? I have
It's
to
an
shoot her
order.
in the
There was
face.
an order.
Yeah, I have to shoot her in the face first.
Yeah, you could keep shooting
I-
in the face. That
I'll shoot her in the face again.
okay?
I'm trying to shoot her in the face.
Yeah,
That's what she asked for.
that is true.
Then
Wait,
the
what-
humans, and then my.
True.
Then initiative wise, then it'd be my turn, right? Before he can shoot me in the face again.
Yes, between the two of you.
Yep.
All right.
Let's go. Give me that.
you got a strength
Bad side.
resist, and I'm gonna try and resist my
Would this
one
be?
with my one dice strength brawl.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it would be brawl strength, right?
If you're trying to disarm Roland, yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Oh.
let me roll mine first.
Just
No,
grab.
because I set the difficulty.
Yeah, let me roll mine.
It's his one.
No.
That's still a success.
Yeah.
That's a success.
Nope.
You disarm Roland.
My brawl
What
is
did they come
zero.
up from
Finger
this?
My brawl
What
is
a-
0. My strength is 1.
It's fantastic.
Knowing a little bit about this power, like, would I know like slapping him would stop? Like, how do I? What would I know to get him out of this?
Well,
I'm gonna go for the gun again.
Just wait and let me get this information first.
That's why.
I don't just want to keep having this slap fight.
that's fair.
It's
Now,
funny, but I'm tired.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Reroll your intelligence and resolve. Your difficulty is reduced to 9.
Reduced to.
Who me or Roland?
Roland.
So in theory, if his difficulty is getting reduced, if he keeps failing, you could just like hug him until it wears off, I guess.
For the purposes of this, and to kind of for expediency, because eventually we will hit a threshold where this difficulty is reduced enough that you'll be able to get it regardless.
Mhm.
The feeling that you had in your head before it starts to fade is one, this was your idea. You entirely decided to shoot everybody and yourself on your own. You were
Mhm.
happy to do it. There is a level of residual mental trauma that is going to be an issue that we will address. How many willpower do you have left?
2.
You have 2. Roll a d10. If you get a 6 or above, you do not take a superficial willpower damage. If you get a 3, you mark off one of those willpower as a superficial.
Okay.
But for the purposes of this scene, This creature invaded your mind. It was very unpleasant, and it was a very old and dangerous creature that did it. But that is actually going to be where we leave off. The signal has been sent out. You've dealt with this um, embodiment of the Countess. When we come back, we will be going back into what's happening at the mansion.
Sounds good.
Ah.
The only other thing I would want to do here basically is just use cloud memory on the humans.
Well within the 10 minutes and easily to do. Easy enough to do. Shh. They left. So
Are you? Is he get hungry at all?
No.
Okay. You sort of say feed before.
Yeah, eat the people.
munch,
No,
munch, munch.
I'm down. I'm at 1. I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay. So when we come back, we will be here with big, scary, horrible, fleshy creatures about.
Ah.
Ooh. Can't wait.
They're
Yay.
at this point in the evening. There is more consolidation. Giovanni, you have Tony. Oh, wait, it's called, I'm looking at the mansion's
This
name.
is good.
Tony, at the mention of the biggest one, you sent across the comms to the prince and whomever is on the channel. The biggest one is here at the mansion. You get a little staticky ping in between what's going on where you're at. Roland and you would get this too. You hear the prince say, draw it away into the park. Um, and let's, for purposes of, so Grant Park would be a close park to the Giovanni Mansion, we'll say. So,
Neat.
We have an objective.
I think that's all that I need to say. Unless you guys have any more questions before we wrap up for the evening.
No, thank you for running game.
No.
Ah.
No.
Thank you for being tired, because you definitely are going to be. So, on that note, probably off next week, depending. Don't know. We'll see how you're feeling,
Yeah.
how things are going. We'll discuss. A couple more games, probably, at the most. Absolute most. Lots of things are going on in Chicago right now behind the scenes that you guys are not yet aware of. Some of that you will be,
Glorious.
some of them will not. But on that note, I'm transitioning out. So everybody, thank you for watching, thank you for playing, and we'll see you when
Yep.
we see you.
See y'all.
Bye.
Goodbye.